But to say Atiku is going to APC, that one is impossible. That one I can guarantee you.
Okay, Bob D.
Yes.
Ambassador Magum is now saying they will go to court. They have appointed caretaker committee for Delta. The same party, they will call a NEC meeting, National Working Committee meeting. The same party that cannot address the wicked question.
No, let me tell you something.
The same party that cannot enforce discipline.
No, it's all a melodrama. I'm not going to address Ambassador Damagum because I had my own personal opinion of what the NWC of PDP was up to. You see, the beauty of people like us is that I'm a part-time politician. I have my job. At Ovation, I'm a reporter. And that is what is feeding me. I've never lived on politics. So I can address issues very clearly and dispassionately. Ambassador Damagum, if he and some of his members were very patriotic about Nigeria, would have done the right things by sacking Wike. If they had made it possible for the NEC to sit... Wike? Oh, well, anybody can sack Wike.
Wike, that is
Yeah, the Almighty, yes. Okay. Dr. Abati, Wike is sackable. But because, unfortunately, the insects eating the vegetable are well embedded within the vegetable, therefore, they follow.
Yeah, one man used to come here to say that.
So that's the truth. So when they are serious, there are a few members who are very serious, very focused, but majority of the people, you know, you are dealing with principalities in politics. And the principalities, they know what it takes. You have to control the money. You have to control the judiciary. You have to control the legislature. In fact, you have to control the air that we breathe. Otherwise, how do you explain that rivers where there was no crisis, where nobody was firing a bullet, you declared a state of emergency there, and you have not declared in Borno, you have not declared in Sokoto, you have not declared in Niger, and all other places where you have very clear cases of violence going on. So, but Nigeria is a case of animal farm, George Orwell. All animals are equal, but some are more equal than others. People try to confuse us by telling lies. So PDP, I don't know about APC or any other party, PDP does not have problem. People say it's supposed to be 8 years, not 8 years. In which constitution? And fortunately, Dr. Abati is a lawyer. He should come and tell us. It was the same Wike people complaining about North-South that brought the committee that threw our party primary open. That's why I was able to buy a form. I bought a form. Because at that time, Atiku had told them that if they will cede power to the southeast, then it will make sense to him. But if it will still be a rotation between just a few zones, he would not support it. He wanted them to cede power to the southeast. But because Wike had already disqualified himself by saying he's not an Igbo man, he says he's from South-South, he's not interested in Igbo or anything. So, and they succeeded in frustrating Peter Obi out of the party. So the course was clear for Nyesom Wike. There was nobody who had the capacity. You must give it to him. And I like to say it all the time. Damn good guy, you know, projects man. That's why we used to call him Mr. Project. But always angry. Now, why did they not pick him? The same man who is complaining about North-South was ready to be vice president. Let him come out and deny that he never planned to be vice president to Atiku.
Well, joining us on the show for a right of reply to the assertions made by Chief Dele Momodu is Lere Olayinka, Senior Special Assistant on Public Communications and New Media to the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Mr. Nyesom Wike. Good morning, sir, and welcome to the program.
Yeah, good morning. Oga Rupert Apati, you said Dele Momodu has been in journalism for a decade. You see, we mix things too much. It is better for us to say that Dele Momodu has been in the business of publishing photo album. When you are publishing photo album, then it's different from being a journalist now. Listen, let me continue, I beg. He was publishing photo album. Ovation was a photo album now. It was a photo book. So when you have a published photo book, how does that make you a journalist? It's just like some people who are merely on-air personality, OAP, and we also call them journalists. What I said yesterday, I stand on it because he has that antecedent. When he was publishing that photo book called Ovation Self, what was he doing? Going to military generals' houses, military people to go to his houses, to the houses to take pictures and publish pictures as photo album. That's what he was doing. So he came yesterday and I said that is what he is doing. He is doing because of his stomach. I stand on it. Because this is not the first time. He did the same thing for Rotimi Amechi. He did the same thing for the FCT Minister Nyesom Wike. He did the same thing for Saraki. He's doing the same thing now for Atiku. And the issue here is that one of the aberration of the PDP aberration has produced is Dele Momodu. I had him being introduced as PDP chieftain as how? Why did he become PDP chieftain, for Christ's sake? Somebody who joined PDP 2022 has suddenly become PDP chieftain. PDP chieftain as how? Is that how to become a chieftain of a political party? He's merely a member of PDP who joined the PDP 2022 and he does not know the workings of the party. If he knows, he won't come on TV to start talking about zoning to southeast, zoning to south-south. PDP does not do zoning to southeast, south-south, northeast. PDP does north and south zoning. It is when positions are zoned to whether north or south that if position is zoned to south, for instance, it is the people in the south that can now microzone. PDP as a party at the national level does not do microzoning. PDP would zone to north or south, and people in either north or south will now sit and microzone to either southwest, southeast, or south-south, or northwest, or northeast, or north central. That is how it is done. But Dele Momodu does not know, and it is not his fault. He is ignorant of the working of PDP. He just joined. He's a new member. On a normal circumstance, in a normal situation, he should be clearing up between people like us and be calling us leader. Dele Momodu said yesterday that Atiku supported PDP picking his candidate from the southeast. The same Atiku that already obtained nomination form to contest, he already obtained expression of interest form. Even before the Sony committee finished its job, PDP had not come out with Sony formula. PDP had not said, oh, we are zoning to north or south or even southwest. Atiku has obtained form. So when you already obtain form, how can you now be talking about you want the ticket to be sold to the southeast? All these things are just trying to be clever by half.
Okay. I want to set some records straight, and these are facts. I deal with facts alone. Dele Momodu got his first job with African Concord magazine in May 1988. Then he also worked at National Concord, Sunday Concord, Business Concord, and the Yoruba newspaper Ishokon. And afterwards, he went on to Classic, another magazine outfit. At some point, they said he was the highest paid editor in Nigeria. So the assertion that it was a picture book Dele Momodu was making, that's not true, because he only set up Ovation in 1996 after I went on exile. So, and I'm not sure you're going to call the likes of Concord, a prestigious newspaper outfit, a picture book in this country. Fact one, taken out. Secondly, I want you to provide us empirical facts that Dele Momodu is on Atiku Abubakar's pay list. Probably, maybe bank details you are privy to of how he's being paid and other factual evidence to support your claim.
Well, are you done?
Yes, I'm done, sir.
You are done with your facts. But you miss out one fact. You miss out the fact that Dele Momodu went to university to study Yoruba. On a normal thing, when you study Yoruba, what are you supposed to become? Are you not supposed to become something like maybe a teacher or probably you have studied Yoruba in the process, maybe you also studied some parts of FIFA, you're supposed to have become a babalawo now. So how do you come out and tell me that somebody who did not study journalism, because me, I studied journalism, and that is why I'm saying that for you to be called a journalist, you must have studied journalism somewhere. He did not. Even you that you are talking to me now.
Mr. Olayinka,
listen,
Mr. Olayinka, can I come in?
Listen to me. You brought fact. You brought
ahead.
Let me finish. You brought out facts. Let me also give you fact. Oseni Rufai, you studied animal anatomy, and you are in Arise as on-air personality. You cannot face me and call yourself a journalist. I won't agree with you because you did not study journalism. I did. Dele Momodu did not. So he cannot face me and tell me that he studied journalism. He's a journalist. I am a journalist. Dele Momodu is not because he did not study journalism. Simple.
Okay.
Okay.
No. For purposes of public education, look, what we did, what happened, the people who came before us, Stanley Makebu and all, other leaders in this profession in Nigeria, what they did was to design a multidisciplinary perspective for the practice of Nigerian journalism. And that was why you will find people from various disciplines. At the Guardian, we had somebody who had a master's degree in architecture who was in charge of housing. We had people who studied science who were in charge of the science pages. We had people who had military background managing the defense section. So it's not as if in the modern age, you must have a mass comm, a degree or have particular specializations. So it's a multidisciplinary field.
Dr. Bati, I think I have a right of response. Mr. Lere Olayinka, I asked you a clear question. Can I finish? No, let me finish. Respond to him and I respond to
Oga Ruben, your Oga first. I'll come back to you. Let me respond to your Oga first. You see, Nigeria Press Council, there is a guideline. Before you can be called a journalist, you must have a diploma in journalism. That is the standard. Go and read provision of Nigeria. Go and read it.
Okay.
So you must have diploma in journalism.
Okay.
And even NUJ will tell you that you must. That was the reason NUJ set up International Press Institute for people to be trained as journalists. That was the reason. The reason NIJ was set up was for people to be trained as journalists. For you to become a journalist, even if you have obtained degree, you must go to either NIJ, International Press Institute, to do a diploma, a 1-year diploma in journalism. That is a standard. If you have not done that, to my mind, you are not a trained journalist.
Okay, Mr. Lere Olayinka, a couple of things. Number one, I asked you a question and you pivoted. Rufai Oseni was not the subject matter. The fact at first, your assertion was that Mr. Dele Momodu was printing a picture book, and I proved you wrong by giving you facts that I worked with Concord, a reputable outfit.
I'm no longer hearing that.
And for your education, it's obvious you don't even know that journalism is broad. And there needs to be a lot of education. There's multidiscipline in journalism. And I have also done a lot of work and a lot of training in this business across board, being a journalist for over 20 years. So your assertions are wrong, and obviously it is incumbent on you to get a lot of education.